to last. It's Saturday morning. It is approximately 10:19, and it's Saturday, March 4th. Yeah, Saturday, March 4th. And I decided to come over to Austin because it's about 34 degrees out, and it's a little overcast, but it's a nice day. And thought it'd be a good time to walk around downtown Austin and uh, see how the public responds to um, someone just shooting video of downtown Austin, shooting video on publicly accessible sidewalks and in front of businesses, and see how it goes. And then I'm probably going to go and walk around the law enforcement center, the government center, and take some videos there. Kind of their downtown area is pretty interesting. If you look, let's see here. Let's spin the camera around. Well, maybe. So there is their law enforcement center right here. That entire side of the street right there is reserved for county employee parking only. And that's reserved parking, so you got to be that's reserved parking, some more county employee parking. This is all public parking right here. That's the Spam Museum. So we're gonna walk around, and we are going to see what we can see today. We're going to see how people respond to being recorded. I do have my GoPro going, and this is of course streaming live to YouTube. So I'm gonna interact with people. If they ask what I'm doing, I'll tell them that I'm shooting video. And if they don't care to be on camera, that's fine. But we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that Austin, Minnesota, being your quintessential downtown of a small city, I think Austin runs at about 19,000 people last time I checked. I'm not sure what it is. But we're going to take a look. This building right here is one of my favorites, has always been one of my favorites. The Paramount Theater here. It is a classic old architecture of what theaters used to look like. I think it's a beautiful building. I love the way it's laid out. I love those decorative gates or bars over the upper windows there. This would have been a first-run theater back in the day. The original box office. I'm sure it's been obviously updated with newer glass and stuff, and they don't have the pass-through in there, but they do have a voice emitter, as you can see that. So, and this is the old billboard showing you what they offer, what they have coming up. And I know they do music, and they do art in here, and they do classes for adults. It's pretty cool. But look at that. Look at all of that handmade stuff. Love that. And this is really cool. If you guys can see it, the Paramount Theater is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It opened September 14th, 1929, as Austin's first movie theater. It is owned by the Austin Area Commissioner for the Arts Incorporated. So it is a beautiful building. No, I agree with you, Sarah. It is a lost art. I think it's amazing. You mind if I get some video inside of the building? I don't want to go over there and harass them. I was just looking at the architecture.
Yeah, this is okay. You can't go through the doors or anything in competition.
Oh no, I don't have any desire to go into surgery. I was just, it's just really cool. Nobody builds buildings like this anymore. And then when they do buy a building like this, they tear out the old stuff and put everything new in. That's really cool. Thank you. No, that was pleasant. It was very nice. We got a lot of... So... There we go. Old neighborhood barbershops. You just don't see that anymore. You just do not see that at all anymore. Oh, look at a little acupuncture shop. I did not know that they had one of those here in town. Take a look at this old boardwalk, by the way. It's really cool. Just think, when this town was first settled, this was how the streets were done. The sidewalks, per se, were boardwalks. They weren't brick or cobblestone. They would have been wood like this, because brick and cobblestone were not easy to get. And oh, who's this? I can't read that. Oh, your dad's been going to the same little barber shop in Albert Lee for 30 years. You brought your whole family up from Texas, huh? Well, this is cool. Little tattoo shop. That's really cool. Look at that narrow little alley. I don't even think I could fit my vehicle down there. But yeah, when this town was first settled, this would have been your kind of your quintessential Old West in the Midwest kind of feel. These buildings. And that's what I like about downtown Austin. Is it's not quite La Crosse, Wisconsin. Your father's family moved up here in the late 50s, huh? That's amazing. But look at that. I love the way that looks. I really need to invest in a camera besides my cell phone. Another thing that's really telling about the historicity and the history, if you will, of Austin is the way that their streets run. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's a new road down there, and this would have been the original road. And when I say new, you could tell it was an addition, but streets in small towns and old towns rarely really ran as north and south as we picture them today. They kind of ran wherever they needed to go for people to have convenience to travel. And look at, this is what I like about a building like this is the granite facades, Think about what you pay for granite for countertops today. Let's go down here to the crosswalk and check out this corner building, and then we'll go over to look at Wells Fargo. There's a swimming pool for all of my friends in the southern climes. Even places like Minnesota have water parks now for their swimming pools. I remember back in the day, would have never been a water slide in a water park, and there would have never been anything but a diving board on an end that might have been 10 feet deep, and you had to take a test to go in the deep end. Does anybody remember that? Am I the only one? But yeah, they used, like, here's a really historic looking building. You can always tell because I don't know if you guys can see it, but they always have the name of the building, whoever the building was originally built by, or whatever business was in it. So that's originally a medical building. Can you guys see that? That would have been a medical building at one time. But everything was about efficiency. So the buildings were built to last. And look at that. A little bullet hole. You guys see that? A little bullet hole. Only in Austin, right? But they were built to last, and they were built to take up existing space between streets or thoroughfares or roadways. So ironically, there's a bullet hole in the window of a lawyer's building, and if I'm not mistaken, of course that part right here, this is not original, but that would have been a sundial at one time, I would imagine. So yeah, they would have built their buildings efficiently to take up the space, and they kind of have everything compacted in a downtown area. And now with urban sprawl being what it is, although now they're starting to want to talk about this 15-minute city stuff. So let's juxtapose the buildings that I was just looking at, right? So there's brick furniture right there, and then that Leighton, Meany, and Cotter Enger law firm right over there, and then like the old Paramount Theater that I was just by and went into, and then juxtapose it with this building here. So you have Wells Fargo's building, which is just an eyesore. This place is a god-awful eyesore. Yeah, right? Crime in Austin. It has gotten out of hand. And Rochester's just as bad. Well, actually, Rochester's a little worse. But, so this is what Wells Fargo chooses to put in here for a building. And I don't know what it would have been before Wells Fargo. Before Wells Fargo started to take over banking pretty much everywhere. But yeah, that's a god-awful building right there, isn't it? Oh, that's ugly. Let's see if we can. Looks like something out of Star Trek or Star Wars, like the ship, doesn't it? So, you know what's really funny too is, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if this will zoom in while I'm live. Oh, it does. It will. Yeah, wonderful. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Wells Fargo even has a now hiring sign on their door. Even the banks are trying to hire more people. But yeah, it's just a really really just, it's blah. When you look at the rest of the architecture in downtown Rochester, or Austin, excuse me, when you look at the rest of the architecture, everything is just, compared to this, is so much more beautiful. Like, this building is just absolutely, it's ugly. It's ugly in its starkness. It's so stark. And people want to say, oh, it's just boring, or it's just a commercial building. But when you think about it, when you come, as we look, and you guys can see, like, way off in the distance over there is, you can see the tops of the high school and some of the churches in the area. That's, architecture was beautiful, but even now building churches are just built to be ugly. And so instead of being built for beauty and efficiency, they're just built for, I don't know who it appeals to be honest with you. And there again, we're just looking at that building. Just look at these old buildings right here. And even though they're brick, there's a beauty to them. There's an actual beauty to them. So what was that? I'm gonna go across this way. So, out here in front of Steve's Pizza, I've had pizza here a few times, but you can tell that's been updated. So it's got a sign on their door that says $100 bills will not be accepted for checks under 60. Seeing that a lot now. People trying to really control the outpouring of, like, they got some of those old pictures. I mean, that's obviously not original to the building, but I don't know if you guys can see it in there. But you see a lot of businesses that are doing that now with the signs. You have to spend a certain amount of money to be able to use certain size bill, because what they're doing is they're combating counterfeiting. So what's that? Sarah says, I think it's kind of cool, better than the depressed looking box shaped new upscale stuff we're seeing here. No, yeah, well, that's the thing is go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. Have a good day. What you're seeing is, a lot of that box shaped stuff. Actually, what I think with the box shaped type of architecture that you're seeing, I actually think it is meant to make us feel institutionalized. I really do believe that, because you're seeing it everywhere now. There's no grasp or desire to make things beautiful anymore. Owatonna failed downtown, losing 17 parking spaces when parking was already yeah. Well, I mean, Owatonna fails on a lot of things, as we know, right, Sarah? I know you love it down. I know that's your city, but I just think about that. Let's think about Owatonna and what Owatonna used to be and what it could be, and just the politics of the city in and of itself. But I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this real well. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. But look at that. I don't know if the right terminology for that is mosaic or not. But that takes a lot of work. What's done in that glass right there? and I'm sure it repeats. I'm sure it's patterned out, but that takes a lot of work. And then if you can see up top, the windows flanking on either side are, I don't know what they did to it, but even those windows up there have a different feel to them. This is a little thrift store, twice as nice. Like that. Look at those doors. I love those doors. I mean, they're not real secure. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody's going to put that door on their house in town anymore. But I mean, the glasses, the grid work, I love that. That's just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, there's a little thrift store, twice as nice. Oh, here's another little store, Austin Real Deals. They were voted number 1 in 2022. I don't know, number one what? I don't know. It's a quaint little shop, I would imagine. It's very nice. Although, you know what I would like to see? Let's see what the front is. That's definitely not the original awning to the building. I would have liked to see them, instead of having it painted that gray, I know there's probably somebody in the audience, Real Deals, home decor, style, and season. I would have liked to see them not go with the gray like that, but maybe more of a try to capture the original feel of the building. There again, if they're paying for it, if they're leasing it, or if they bought this section, then they can do what they want with it. I would never argue that they can't. But I think it would have been it'd be really cool if businesses like this kind of agreed, hey, so here's what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it. So like, you can see that, I'm gonna go in here. Can you see it? Yeah, so you could see as this wraps around that this would have all been one thing. And then if you get up close to it, this is almost it's almost spackled. Finished this way intentionally, but this would have all been kind of the same material, and this almost feels like limestone. So that feels like limestone there. Sweet Reads. Oh, neat little bookstore. What do they do? They have Minnesota authors, After the Falls, The Monster Dogs. Oh, there's something you don't see in every state. Freezing for a Reason, 9 holes of ice golf on East Side Lake in Austin, Minnesota. That was just last month. Oh, they sell an album for a group, the 507s. That's the area code down here in this neck of Minnesota. It's called the 507s. So, see that a lot. Let's see, what are we doing here? Yes, I said thrift store. Oh, I got more people coming. Okay, Bobby. Okay, right. Owatonna downtown moving. Okay, and then Owatonna politics is so in your face, like they thumbing their noses at us. Now they have a new project that will be premium apartments along the river in the Chamber of Commerce building. What a wonderful waste of money. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. So if home furnishings and style is their game, yeah, they could have done something with more pizzazz. Right. I see. That's the thing is, I know it's like the shabby chic feel is kind of a thing now, but I just wish they would have gone with the original feel of the building. Like this is an amazing. They've done. I mean, I won't say they've done nothing. You could tell they've done some cleaning and some updating here. But look at that entire facade. I mean, just This would have been somebody's office building at one time, right? Now, this next building is another one of my favorites. Here is the old Austin State Bank. It's a jewelry company now. This is what I like to see as well, is eat, drink, and shop in Austin. Shop Austin, right? We see that a lot. A lot of the smaller cities are trying to keep people coming. I like that. And that's something that I think we all really need to be focusing on is we really need to kind of focus on getting back to small town business and doing business locally, especially with prices being what they are on so many things these days. Look at this. I like that fluted column feel going up to the top of the, right there, like it's almost holding up the roof. And you feel that, it's obviously it's wearing out, but the weather has been having its way with the building. But I just like that they've kept the old feel of the building. And then you get, more traditional, the brick on the side here. Oh, they've got a UCare enrollment center down here on this side. Gotta always have a place for people to sign up for UCare. Yeah. Restoring Hearts coaching services. I would imagine that's probably some sort of life coaching. Another one. See, I think old alleys like this are really great for photography. I wonder what this place is called. This looks like, it's like a braid store. Oh, that's really cool. African Goddess Hair Braiding Salon. Well, that's neat. I like that. It's not something you'd think about in Austin, Minnesota, right? Well, a lot of people don't know is that Austin and Rochester and Owatonna and Albert Lee, not as much, but Austin and Owatonna, Rochester and whatnot are, they have a very high population of Sudanese, like genuine refugees, Sudanese refugees, because during the Sudanese Civil War and the Morning Star Center in Austin. Somebody should look that up for me and tell me what the Morning Star Center is. It sounds cryptic. It's very cryptic. Their windows are very dark. So, yeah, but anyway, there's a really high percentage of Sudanese individuals in these communities because during the Civil War, that was taking place, like the massacre and the genocide in Darfur. Bobby, I'm not critiquing people who use UCare. I'm just saying that it's funny where they have the signups for it. That's all. Got the weirdest places for it. But this place, that's kind of there's. This is called the Collective. It's Wolf and Company, a collective of beauty and art. So it's Sarah Wolf hair, hair by Kennedy, hair by Maya, hair by Murr. No, Bobby, I wasn't picking on you for that. Was just. But I don't know if you guys can see the sign if the reflection's too bright. It says a salon for the unbasic. That's kind of cute. Yeah, somebody that's got a computer handy, you should tell me what the morning star is. And this place must be closed. Yeah, the place is closed. The Mod Med Spa, Modern Medical Aesthetics. I don't know what a modern medical aesthetic is. And why we have it in Austin, I don't know. But I wonder what's down there. Looks like there's some businesses on the back side of this. So walk down this little alley. You know what I wish Austin still had were its own cobblestone streets to go along with their brick and cobblestone buildings. Oh, it's just the backside of Real Deals and those others. No need walking down there. You think LG just makes phones? Oh, all right, thanks. Don't babysitting. Oh, thanks for looking that up for me. I appreciate it. So should we walk over to should go walk over to the Spam Museum? Couldn't do this in Rochester, I'll tell you that. It says come in for a Spam Amazing experience Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday 11 to 3. Yes, people, we are so into spam that we have to have a museum for spam. Yes, a museum for spam. Some of you are from Minnesota, so that doesn't surprise you. But yeah. I will go back on the other side of the street. I appreciate everybody who's watching my boring walk around downtown Austin in my narration. This isn't like when I'm doing my commentary on social, cultural, and socio-political things, is it? Not at all. It's the Austin Chamber of Commerce. We should call these TC's boring walkarounds. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is the coffee shop. I think that's literally what it's called. I think it's literally called, yeah. The coffee house, excuse me. It's very original. very unique. We got people behind the counter working. I wish it wasn't so reflective. I don't think you guys can see it because all I'm getting is reflection of the Mennonite girls inside. No outside food or beverages, no tobacco products. Well, it's Minnesota, so you can't have tobacco products inside of any buildings anymore. I'm surprised they haven't tried to outlaw it in your own house. So I like their little tables. There again, I don't know if you guys can see them. Tables are pretty cool, like that. Those look like old style tables. Not those. Those are new. We can get a look down the street. Here's Sarah's. I'm not bored. Well, it's Sarah because you're like me. You don't have. So many of these buildings are still holding on to their original design. It's the town center, so. Here's Piggy Blues. I've never been in Piggy Blues. It's been here for years, but everybody raves. They have deep fat fried cream corn nuggets. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, deep fat fried corn nuggets. And they're so popular that they have their own merchandise as far as like sweatshirts and t-shirts and bibs and yeah, they're getting set up for their day. What time is it? It's 10:56, so they open up here in 4 minutes. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but they got, oh yeah, barely. Look at that really old Dr. Pepper vending machine. That is just cool. That's super cool. Vending an old 45 cents for a can of Dr. Pepper back in the day. Oh, look, Sarah, this is right up your alley, right? I'm going to make a Hispanic joke. Navidad's Cristal. Fashion, clothes, shoes, accessories, and more. INRIA money transfer. That's something else you see down here a lot is money transfers for the Hispanic community in Austin. These folks come up here. These migrant workers, they work their butts off. They just come up here and they work their tails off, and they take their money and they choose to live in almost squalor because they're working to save money to send it back home to their families in Mexico and other places in Central America. And then they have these money transfer places and just the strangest places, and almost always a shop of some sort that's related to their personal dietary enjoyments. You see that a lot, like in Mexican grocery stores and whatnot. And by the way, if you've never used actual authentic Mexican vanilla, you are missing out. I don't know why Mexican vanilla is so much better, but it is great. So this building is really cool. I like this one too. I like the columns. It's called the Vintage Vixen. Hair, beard, and brow artistry. So, what's their sign say? If I'm not here to greet you, I'm likely finishing with a client. Upon arrival, please message. Wait in your vehicle. I will send a thumbs up after the area has been sanitized. Oh, that's a little COVID-19, isn't it? They're hiring part-time receptionist. Yeah, but I love the building. I love the columns. I love the little transom lights up there. I don't know what an infrared salt sauna is, but it sounds expensive. Sarah says yes, lots of Mexicans in Austin and Albert Lea. Yeah, better squalor here than in violence of Mexico. You know, it's not squalor in the same sense down there, but it's a squalor in the sense of American standards. I've seen 13, 14, 15 Hispanic men living in a single wide trailer in the Rochester area, and they all work in the same place, and they all pile into they have like 2 vans, and they all pile into the van, and they all go to work together, and then they go back. This building could be really beautiful. It needs some work, needs some update. You can see where the sign was at one time above there. It'd be nice to see that redone. Oh, they got a brewery now. I did not realize that. Gravity Storm Brewery Cooperative. Oh, cannot complain about that. Beer, bacon, and beignet. And yes, it's not big nets. It's beignet. They do an open night mic. Sing, tell a joke, play a song, dance, chug a beer. First Friday of every month. Well, that would have been last night. We missed it. They have a beer and wine tasting going on April 15th of 2023 from 3 to 5 at the Alden American Legion. And we got the Parish Pantry every first Saturday of the month, 1 p.m. They're advertising for the Parish Pantry. It's really cool. I wonder what their hours are. Does it say anywhere? There's the El Mariachi Mexican restaurant. FYI, they can't legally sell Mexican vanilla anymore. The last lady literally sold it to me under the table. Why can't they legally sell Mexican vanilla anymore? It blows my mind. What the hell is that all about? So you guys can see that. I'm gonna wait here on the corner. I should have crossed over there when I could, but I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna go down here and walk around the Mower County Government Center. No, I'm gonna walk across. Oh, shoot. Should have hurried. I literally love this building too. You see that old clock tower right there? It's the Austin Artwork Center. Shop small and give big, huh? Well, I think you guys can see a little better now because we've got some better lighting. You know, this one thing that I don't, and I don't know this for a fact, but a lot of the places where you come and you look at the products that they have, you can see like this was handmade by somebody. I don't know if it was necessarily local, but it's handmade. But sometimes you see these things and you're like, oh wow, cool, local art, and then you pick it up and it says like made in Taiwan or made in China or something, and I don't know. To me, that just, I don't like that when I see that. But it looks like a lot of their stuff is locally made, locally sourced. On track, Austin Area Career Education Center. I would imagine this is a city-operated collaborative. Somehow it's financed by the taxpayers, I would imagine. Yeah, right. Let's see, Rave Nutrition is Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I wonder what Rave Nutrition is. Can't really see because their windows are dirty. Bunch of moms in there with their kids. Anybody want a Fletcher 1100 oval circle glass mat cutter? Nearly new for only $500. Look at those cedar shake shingles. Try saying that 5 times fast. Quattro Copus Bar. Drinks, music, and entertainment. Give me enough drinks, I probably wouldn't need that much entertainment. Give me enough drinks, I might become the entertainment. Interesting. Equally human, more love, less hate, and then the big F-bomb. Okay. It's an interesting thing to have in your car driving down the road. I mean, honestly, is there anybody out there openly advocating for racism other than people who are anti-racist? It makes me sad to see buildings like this in a downtown area empty. There's been a lot of talk about Austin revitalizing, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I wish it would. I wish all the small towns and small cities would. Hi there. What do you guys do?
Huh?
What do you guys do?
We make protein shakes and energy teas.
And energy teas. I'm like, I saw happy hour, and I'm like,
yep,
is that a
happy hour on Thursday?
Oh, cool. Oh. You're right, Sarah. They do protein shakes and energy teas. So, interesting, right? So, right, we are going to make our way to the Malheur County Veterans Memorial, and then we're going to do some filming of the Government Center. So if anybody likes protein shakes, you can go to Crave in Austin. I mean, I don't know if I'd make a special trip for it, but it's there. So They haven't done a very good job of cleaning the sidewalk around the Veterans Memorial. I mean, it's interesting. Oh, hush, you and your I told you so's. So let's see here. In honor of the men and women who served in all wars, dedicated to those who gave their lives so that we may live in freedom. I think that's something we could talk about, isn't it? We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Adopted by Congress, July 4th, 1776. Yeah. Our county Veterans Memorial. It'd be nice if you could get up to it. There's George's Pizza down there. They've got good pizza. Been there a few times. Never been in the Read Your Bike Shop. I don't know what Fett's Hut is. Looks like some sort of dive bar. Sometimes dive bars are the best places to go. I really wish they did a better job of cleaning up their Veterans Memorial. I mean, if you're going to put something up and call it a memorial, which is to honor people who have sacrificed, right? That's what they said to all the men and women who've sacrificed their lives for our freedom. Why would you not do a better job of cleaning it up? I think this should be the priority, right? This should be the number one priority. When we get weather, they should clean this up. You should be able to get up to the memorial and sit on those benches any time of the year, no matter what. Civil War, Spanish-American War. Man, Austin lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the Spanish-American War. World War I. World War I starts right here and goes all the way to here. And then World War II starts right there and goes all the way over to here to where the Korean War starts. And then there's Vietnam. They haven't added anything in for the men and women who gave their lives from the Austin area for the immoral, unethical war of American aggression on all our Arab and Muslim neighbors of the world. Let's see here. Maybe I will come over to Owatonna and do that sometime. Bobby, come over and take a look at the disaster in downtown Owatonna. Agreed, TC. That's paying the respect they said they held for veterans by erecting the monument in the first place. Right, exactly. Let's see. Customer parking, Mower County and Law Enforcement Center, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., except in posted areas. So those are law enforcement only parking spots. That does not look like a law enforcement vehicle to me. That looks like somebody's personal vehicle. That's definitely somebody's personal vehicle. Oh, this is definitely somebody's personal vehicle. Got the thin blue line on there. Oh, heavens to Betsy. All right, guys, this is where it gets interesting. Thin blue line. Thin blue line right next to a stormtrooper. Can't wait to clip that out. Let's see. The boot. Oh, stormtroopers don't gotta worry about getting shot by that cop, right? Well, hopefully they shoot straighter than the stormtroopers in the shows do. Dedicated to those who protect and serve our community. I can't even read the whole sign because they couldn't even bother to clean that up. And then there's in memory of those officers who have given their lives in service to our citizens, Lyle Marshall and Chris Johnson, October 5th, 1922. Austin Police, Lyle Marshall. Oh, okay. Lyle Marshall, Chris Johnson, October 5th, 1922. He was the Marshal of Lyle, Minnesota, which is right here in Mauer. And then Austin Police Officer Joseph Herzog, July 1st, 1945. And Grand Meadow Officer Jason Meyer, September 6th, 1999. Jason Meyer is a friend of my brother's, and that's my son-in-law's uncle. My son-in-law's uncle. So, Austin Protector Memorial, with special thanks to individuals. And corporations and businesses. Here's an example. So, like this government center is an older one, but it's still an example of ugly architecture. It is not an attractive building by any stretch of the imagination. I wonder if we can get in. Oh, it is open. Interesting. Health and Human Services Law Enforcement Recorder Office. So let's see here. What all do they offer inside? They got mailboxes. Yeah, they got the mailboxes. What time is it? I don't even know. Oh, it's 11:18. I haven't been at this for too long. Healthcare applications, food support, cash, emergency applications, shelter form, in Mauer County passport book, U.S. passport renewal, application for a U.S. passport. Boy, that's a old. There's a sign that says, proud supporter of Protect Child Safe, own it, respect it, secure it, protectchildsafe.org. Is Austin Positive Action Coalition. make the drop box. Dispose responsibly outdated and unused prescriptions. What is make the drop? Can you guys see that? A growing concern is the abuse by youth and others of medications not prescribed to them. Safe disposal makes medications less available. Evidence is increasing of the damage to the environment due to unsafe disposal of medications. Proper disposal helps protect our soil and water. I wonder if our government took as much interest in protecting cities like, East Palestine, Ohio, as they did about like drugs. Oh, there, that's convenient. You can come in here and you could pay your parking ticket in the drop box, so you don't even have to fight it in court. You could just go and drop it off. They just want to make taking your money for you for something as stupid as a parking ticket as cheap as possible or as easy as possible. It's Government Center and Health and Human Services. Oh, they got some fancy lights in there. You guys can't see it. You guys see a fancy LED lights all in there. Nice little screen. Interesting. Not even bothered to look. See, oh, there's the camera. There it is. Very interesting. Government Center and Law Enforcement Document Drop Box. They keep it a nice balmy 60-some degrees in here. I'm glad it's warm. My hands are getting cold. Anyway, that must be their law enforcement front desk there. You can see all the different, must be sheriffs. Yep, there's all the different sheriffs of Mower County throughout the years. Went back to before they had photography. Take a picture. Photograph. Head on out. So we'll walk around the building here. But yeah, this is not a pretty building at all. It's very ugly, very plain. Oh, you guys see the bakery lounge across the street there? I don't know if you can see it. Sarah, exactly. They put so much effort into parking tickets, but I bet they never prosecuted or put the hole in the attorney's office, right? It's an attorney, so for the most part, who cares? But that bakery lounge right across the street, I was doing some nighttime street evangelism one time, and gal came out and assaulted me, and then I was down here with another friend one other time, and there was a thing right here on the edge of this building, this downtown grill. It used to be a strip club, an adult club, a gentleman's club. I don't know, I can speak from experience from a time when I was not a gentleman, that a gentleman's club or not gentleman's club. But a guy threatened to drag us into the building and kill us for talking to people about the gospel outside of his business. In other words, I think he recognized that it was probably a thorn in his side. Oh, I can smell the restaurants now. They're really kicking it up. Oh, wonder what that is across the street there. Shouldn't jaywalk right in front of the government center, but I'm gonna. Oh, let's see here. Oh, it's peace hands. That does not look like a hand from this side, ladies and gentlemen. I'll leave it up to you to decide what that looks like. Peace through equality and justice. Peace through compassion. Peace through world friendship. Okay, so this isn't really a peace memorial, peace through communication, peace through education, peace through forgiveness. That's what this one right here says, is peace through forgiveness. Who are we supposed to be forgiving? Hands of humanity, hands of peace. The gift of the peace to all who pass by, dedicated in 2005 from the Austin area Zonta Club, chartered 1950. Somebody want to look up the Austin area Zonta Club, Z-O-N-T-A. What is the Austin area Zonta Club? Zonta International is a service organization. That doesn't tell me what I want to know. It's a service organization of executives and professionals working together to advance the status and improve the lives of women and children on the local and global level. Notice that. To advance the status and improve the lives of women and children on the local and global level. So, ladies and gentlemen, they only want to advance the lives of women and children. To hell with men. You know, men, the people who take the most risks in life, people who have the hardest jobs. The phone stopped charging. I wonder if I disconnect it. I bet I popped it out. There we go. Now it's charging. I wondered what was going on there. Well, come on. So far, so good. Nobody's come out to harass me from any business. Good for the environment, right? Oh, a biohazard catcher. Just throw it on the ground. Oh, interesting. Look at this. I'm surprised they left that stand. Mower County. The Ten Commandments. Presented to the city of Austin and the county of Mower, June 18th, 1960, by the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Austin, Erie, 703. Brother, I'd love to come up to Park Rapids. I just don't have a vehicle I could trust to get me all the way there, and I don't have the money. There's always a camera watching somewhere. Well, let's walk over and look at the fire station. Taxpayer funded. There we go. Interesting. Wonder if they have cameras here. Face masks are recommended for visitors and employees in all public facilities. You'd think they would have taken that down by now. I mean, holy cow, people. Sound like me, you can't afford the $1,000 tires to make the front end quit wobbling. Yeah, I know that feeling. I'm gonna Well, now I wonder. So that sign says no parking, emergency vehicles only. So this person's behind that sign in a parking spot. But this person there's a cornerstone. Mauer County Courthouse, 1966. Liebenberg, Kaplan, Clotter, Architects. That car is clearly parked in a emergency vehicles only. Now, I don't know why emergency vehicles, I mean, they've got a ton of parking already. So why do they need street parking as well? I don't know. No, here we go. Cameras all over, right? Law enforcement parking only. Let's see here. This one's running. And I kind of understand why they keep them running, but I don't know. It kind of bugs me. When gas is as expensive as it is for everyone else. That's irony. Read that door. Mauer County bans guns and all other dangerous weapons on these premises. I can't read the bottom letters. I zoomed in as close as I can. I want to go over there, but I feel like that's probably private property, considered a restricted area, even though there's nothing there saying it. Got another one out here running. $50.42. Very good. He doesn't have his screen open. Interesting. Not much. How are you? Hey, you wouldn't happen to know who's responsible for the Veterans Memorial, would you? I know it says Austin and Malheur County, but you're like, don't ask me. I'm just patrol guy.
That's a good question, to be honest with you. I don't really know who would be responsible for that.
The only reason I ask is it's of all the things that you have downtown, no one cleans it. And I was
know
like,
we have like the veterans service or whatever it's called here in Malheur County, but I'm not 100% sure who's actually been responsible for it. It's not damaged or anything.
no, it's not damaged. It was just I was trying to get up there and get some nice pictures of it and stuff, and I was like, wow, nobody's cleaned this thing at all this winter. It's just, and I'm like, of all the.
I know our maintenance guy does the snow removal on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But it kind of goes all the way around, but I don't know if he goes inside.
What's your name?
Deputy Minsink.
Deputy Mensick?
Yep.
Well, thank you for being pleasant.
Sure.
You'd be surprised when a guy walks around and does this, the number of people that go, what are you doing?
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know if it's veterans. I'm not sure who actually is responsible for that. So.
Well, if you ever get a chance to drop a bug in somebody's ear, tell them that a concerned citizen said, why wouldn't you clean the Veterans Memorial of all the things?
Sure.
So I'm a vet, so I'm a little biased.
I get it. Hey, that's okay. That's all right.
So
if we have that, I'm going to spend all that money on it. It'd be nice to keep it clean. That's for sure.
There you go. You have a great day. Be safe.
Take care. Thank you.
Well, let's go walk around the detention center. Well, that went well. He was a pleasant guy. Good job, Austin. Or excuse me, good job, Malheur County deputies. I still floors me. I don't know. The blue, thin blue line. that is absolutely stellar. Just stellar. I'm doing a clip on that. So funny. Oh, I mean, there's so much. There's so much to say about that, isn't there? I mean, the Empire, let's start with that. So stormtroopers were enforcement from the Empire. And and then the thin blue line sticker, and then having them right next to each other. I mean, the cognitive disconnect is astounding. So this is the Malheur County Justice Center. I'm sure they have hours of operation. This is like, so here's a little, I guess this is an example of what I was talking about with the way buildings are designed. Like, this is an institutional building, right? And so it is an institute of the state. And those of you who know, I refer to the state as, what most people call government. But this building it's authoritarian in its structure. If you look at it, very rigid edges, very stark, very rigid. And it's very much an example of kind of how the state views itself. I wonder if I can get into the lobby. Oh, I can. Interesting. So they do cameras in here. Remember, wherever you go, you're always on camera. Anytime in public business, public entity. So that's a turnkey kiosk. And so turnkey is a private canteen company, if you guys aren't aware. What they do is they manage detainee funds. So you can come up here, you can put money in, you can say you want to give money, and you can say, so credit, and that IC stands for inmate canteen, and then you could put a person's name in. So let's say you want to put in a name for Smith, and you can, let's see here. So say you wanted to put in money for whoever this Gregory Soderbergh is. Yeah, maybe they need to keep, or find volunteers to keep that memorial clean, and Patrick says, oh, I know what it is, right? There you go. So let's say you wanted to put money in for Gregory Soderbergh. You could go in there, you pick him, and then you deposit your cash, or you run your card, and then it'll put money directly on his account. And then, of course, these are mailboxes. Malheur County Justice Center, Tim Gabrielson, County Commissioners of 2010, contributing County Commissioners, 5th District. Interesting. Well, you should probably, let's see if we can keep you from ever having to be in jail again, right? So, inmate visiting hours, Tuesday and Thursday, 1 to 4, 6 to 8. Wednesday and Friday, 1 to 4. Inmates get one visit per day, one visitor at a time. Interesting. 30 minutes divided one visitor is more than one visitor. So, and you can only visit visitors can only visit one inmate a day. I wonder if we can get in the lobby. Is this open? Oh, that's not open. Well, that's interesting. Should finish walking around this building. So yeah, so now the county doesn't technically manage the assets, the financial end of no more locked doors, right? Oh, I know you shouldn't have been. We just need to work on keeping you out for the rest of the time. I'm going to try and come to Owatonna. That's within my driving distance. And if you guys aren't aware, there is a Second Amendment rally in the Twin Cities on March 25th. It's a Saturday, 3 weeks from today. So this is the garage, the Sally Port. But yeah, so there's a Second Amendment rally. Now, that sign clearly says law enforcement vehicles only. You guys see that, right? Does that look like a law enforcement? Bobby, does BRR have a Facebook page? I did until Facebook nuked me back at the end of October, but I'm going to get it going again. So, and it would be, when I do get it up again, it'll be either MBRR or MNBRR. So, but does that look like a law enforcement vehicle? I'm pretty sure that's a Lexus. That is not a law enforcement vehicle. Well, what do I know? So, yeah, this is the garage Sally Port. So when new arrests come in, state patrol, city, county, and then whenever little small jurisdictions have their own police department in the area, they bring them here to Mower County, and they bring them in there. They pull in that side, and then those doors go down, and then they can get their new arrest out of the squad, and it's just a way of keeping them safe. So. Just a reminder, once again, there's a camera everywhere you go. If you can't see it, it's right up there. They're watching. Holy crow. County staff parking only. How much parking does the county staff get? I'm gonna get up here on the sidewalk. Law office. See that? Yeah, Navigating Northwoods is an MBRR page. I just haven't done a navigating for a while, just because there's been so much going on in my own life. But I think it's time for me to do another one. See you later, Bobby. Thanks for stopping in. Cameras everywhere, folks. Always watching. The state always has its eye on you. Always has its eye on you. really strange. There's no camera on this area. Anyway, it's funny. Look at this. It's county employee parking all the way along this side of the street. And county employees get a buttload of parking. Well, I think that went well. I'm glad we didn't have any altercations. Makes for a nice day. Now I can go buy a chicken. Well, I bought chicks yesterday, but they're not ready for eating. So I'm gonna go buy a roasting chicken and some wild berry coolers, because I make a glaze out of my wild berry coolers. And I'm going to roast the chicken, and then I am going to finish it with the glaze during the last 10 minutes of cooking, because it's really good like that. And trying to enjoy my day. Not that this hasn't been enjoyable. So, I mean, it's not very often that you're out in a town like Austin and you don't run into at least like 2 or 3 Austin Police Department individuals, officers, just patrolling. I didn't see one out on patrol at all today. So, yeah. Anyway. So this is it was actually interesting to see that the one interaction that I did have with the local deputy was very pleasant, and he was where are you going there, bro? He pulled up there. He pulled up there. That's very funny. Very strange. I don't know where he thought he was going, but it was the wrong spot. But anyway. But yeah, normally in Austin you'll see 2 or 3 cops out on patrol, and didn't see any today. And the one deputy I talked to was a very pleasant guy, very cool, and very open to my complaint about who cleans up the memorial for veterans. This is how we should expect things to go. That's Austin, spam and drugs. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But yeah, this is how it should go. You should be able to walk around a town like Austin on a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and even walk into the law enforcement center or walk into the lobby, the front lobby of the government justice center. Oh my gosh, these people are back. And you should be able to walk around and take pictures and shoot video and not have to worry about any kind of conflict. And that's what we had today. It was a great time. Got to see a lot of really cool architecture. And we'll try it again sometime. Maybe the next time I'll head over to Owatonna, or I'll head over to Albert Lee. Or maybe I'll go to Preston. Preston's got its own police department, and the sheriff's office for Fillmore County is there as well. So maybe we'll head over there one of these days, weather permitting and time allowing. And if you guys have time, if you think of it, make plans to head up to the Second Amendment rally on the 25th of March. And I believe it's at the state capitol grounds. So until next time, friends, Sic Semper Tyrannis.